Hey guys, you'll never guess what just happened. Dream admitted to faking his Minecraft speedruns and lying about it for months straight to his fans and to the speedrunning community. Shocking. Who could have seen that coming? It's not like we all found out months ago that the odds of him not faking the speedrun were less than the odds of being struck by lightning 3 times. I mean, I for one thought that he just had a lightning rod built into his back to attract all that luck, but no. Turns out that he lied, and the extent that he went to get people to try to believe him is just amazing. All over a Minecraft speedrun. I mean guys, this is a block game. Nobody cares that much about your Minecraft speedrun. So we're going to talk about that today and how lackluster his apology, if you can even call it an apology, was. Oh, and to you Dream stands watching, don't comment and call me a hater. I don't hate Dream. In fact, I think that he has the best burger out of all the burgers at Mr. Beast Burger. Try saying that 10 times fast. Anyway, let's do this. Hey guys, MattyO here. Hope you're having a great day. Hit that like button and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. As a small but growing channel, that would help me out a whole bunch. Remember to say hi to me down in the comments too. So let's get back to talking about Dream. So if you didn't know, Dream is kind of a huge deal in the Minecraft community. He's basically the Minecraft messiah for the Zoomers. Back in my day, we'd watch Captain Sparkles or the Yogscast, but Dream has taken their place now. He does YouTube videos and also streams with countless other large Minecraft YouTubers and streamers. And I'm not gonna lie, the dude has some serious fans. Like every other day you log into Twitter and you see something about Dream or one of his friends in the What's Happening section, because those stands literally infest Twitter. In fact, I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button because I'm certain some of them are going to show up just to hate on this video. Anyway, Dream had a while back submitted some seriously fast Minecraft speedrun times. Like we're talking Ferrari speeds. This dude beat Minecraft in mere minutes, and I mean it took the Yogscast literally years to figure out how to make a brewing stand. So it's kind of impressive. These Zoomers, they're really something, I'll tell you that. Since he was a large Minecraft content creator, people took an especially close look into his record to see if it was real or not, and they realized that something wasn't quite right. Well, that's not exactly true. It's more like they realized that either he was cheating, faking the video somehow, or he has the luck of a leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day under a double rainbow. So obviously people called him out, saying that there's absolutely no way he managed to do it, and Dream denied this and went on denying it for months. Then finally, he releases a statement on it, and in that statement, he admits to cheating by using mods. So let's take a look at what he said in his own words, because he really tries his best to take no responsibility for it. Oh, and just to mention, he did publish this note not on his verified Twitter account with 3.5 million followers, but rather on his unverified Dream Was Taken alt account, which has only 1.5 million followers. First, here's what he had to say about the investigation that was launched into his speedruns by the moderators of the speedrunning website that he used. As time went on and many weeks passed, I grew more and more frustrated, convinced I was being targeted due to the fact that I was a YouTuber and a couple of the mods, self-admitted, didn't like me at all and didn't have many kind words to say. I was a asshole and lashed out publicly saying the investigation was a farce and expressing how pissed I was that I was being targeted, that it was taking so long. And as the mods kept giving me deadlines and then missing them. This part annoys me because he admits that he was being rude to the moderators of the speedrunning website, but he was also mad at them for being rude to him. I mean, come on man, you reap what you sow. He thinks he's being targeted because he's a YouTuber, but in reality, of course, any YouTuber with such a huge channel and such a ridiculously good speedrun is gonna face a little bit higher scrutiny and to be held to a little bit of a higher standard. It's my belief that he knew about his cheating at this point and was actually upset with the mods for actually looking into it and not just accepting it because he's a big YouTuber. I think he knew that they would find that it's false. I can't prove that, that's just my idea. That's what I personally think is happening. There's no evidence, there's no real evidence for it, but that's just what I'm saying. He even admits that his behavior was bad when he writes, "Again, I lashed out. I tweeted about the mods being clout chasers, said a lot of really dicky things. I was pissed, I was scared, I was being an idiot." But the weirdest part of this whole thing is that he got an actual professor involved at one point to calculate the odds of his speedrun being possible. Like man, this is a Minecraft speedrun, not the discovery of a new planet. Also, for some reason, instead of getting statistics professor, he got a professor of astrophysics, I guess. I don't know if you know this, but that kind of makes zero sense. It's like asking your high school history teacher questions about how Isaac Newton discovered gravity. Like I'm sure he'll probably be able to answer your question, but why not talk to somebody whose main focus is what you're talking about, statistics? Well, probably because not many professors had the time to spare to deal with some random kids playing Minecraft and asking questions about the odds of a video game. He says, "I was looking for help and I told them that I didn't cheat and that I just needed a second opinion on the math. Eventually, the professor came with a conclusion that the mods numbers were off by a significant margin, and it's possible, although extremely unlikely. Again, not completely understanding math, but knowing that my expert's opinion seemed to be that the mods were off, I felt vindicated and relieved. I made a video about it and expressed the professor's views. People hounded me for it, saying that the astrophysicist was fake, but the mods confirmed that it was legit. I just wanted a mostly unbiased party's opinion." The mods of the speedrunning website came back with a response, correcting the professor and saying that he was off and providing reasons for why. Again, I don't understand complicated math, so I sent it directly to the professor asking for his thoughts. Later on, he came back admitting that there were mistakes in his original assessment, although he still believed theirs was off. In his rebuttal though, he did come to the conclusion that it's improbable that I didn't cheat. I felt like the right thing to do was post his findings, even though he hadn't asked me to do so yet. I did. I tweeted them out and replied saying I agree, and it seems more likely than not that I cheated. I didn't ever say anything more than that. Funnily enough, he actually emailed me a day or two later saying I need to post his findings or he will semi-threatening, but not in a mean way. And I responded that I already had, even before he asked. So we got this expert in astrophysics, not statistics, and they got the math wrong. And Dream's own expert came back and then said that it was improbable that he didn't cheat. Also, what's that point about the professor threatening him? That didn't make sense at all and really doesn't fit into the story anyway. I think it's part of the pattern where Dream tries to make it seem like this has caused him so many problems that he just shouldn't be held accountable for his mistake. I mean, that continues in the next section where he says that he hadn't realized he cheated because the mod team was mean to him and that caused him to tunnel vision. He said, "At this point, I was lost and I was fairly confused about the whole thing, wondering what other options were and exploring the possibilities. As much as I was confident that I didn't cheat, I had never explored the option that I possibly did. Due to the way I reacted to the mods and perceived everything going on, I was convinced that they were out to get me. I tunnel visioned and was paranoid and didn't think straight. I had plenty of valid reasons to believe they weren't impartial, and had the mod team been completely friendly from the beginning, I believe it never would have gotten to the point that it did." After considering this, I ended up finding out that I had actually been using disallowed modifications during 6 of my live streams on Twitch. At the time, we were just starting to record videos on 1.6 and had hired a developer to help with coding mods for videos because me and George had no experience with mods, only plugins. One of the mods they were working on was an overall recording mod that I had used in every video with updates and improvements since around the speedrun controversy. You may notice it in plenty of videos due to F3 being small or particles being reduced, or recently in my streams like the background being custom or a dream server option and plenty other features and improvements. That's it, he admitted, he cheated. But it seems like he's trying to avoid taking blame for it by saying that if the mod team had been nice to him from the beginning, he wouldn't have lied. He does go on to talk about how he didn't realize the mod was client-side and that his developer added it without him knowing. But for anybody with basic knowledge of installing Minecraft mods, they could have checked the installation and seen that he did in fact have client-side mods installed. I don't believe for 1 minute that he didn't know from the start that there was a mod installed there, since people were telling him to check to see if there were any client-side mods installed in his Minecraft folder from the beginning of the whole debacle. And if he didn't check it for months, then his ego has to be way too big, because not checking it would imply that he just knew that he was right and he wasn't going to accept anything. He didn't have a single doubt that he could be in the wrong, no matter what the odds of it are. But regardless, it just annoys me that he tries to blame it on the fact that the mods weren't nice to him. It just comes off as the guy not wanting to admit that he was in the wrong, and he's trying to deflect the blame onto those mods because they weren't nice to him for whatever reason. Even if ultimately he does admit that it was his fault. This apology could have fit into a tweet. There was no need for it to be longer than some of the essays that I wrote in college, except for him to give the reader the context that it wasn't his fault. The whole situation was bad, and it made him so hard for him to realize that it was his fault, which is just not true. No one needed the extra context. He should have taken responsibility for his actions, or better yet, just ignored the situation and never addressed it again, because in the end, it's just a Minecraft speedrun and nobody really cares about it anyway. But now he's ruined his credibility. And I mean, he could have done it in a tweet. He could have just said, "Hey guys, I did have mods installed. I'm sorry." And that would have been it. That could have been it. That would have been him taking responsibility for it, telling people he was wrong without all the other stuff that he didn't need to put in. Dream is a young creator though, so I'm sure he'll come back from this reputation hit. I just hope that he learned that he is not infallible, and maybe in future he'll be better at taking responsibility for his own actions. I mean, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your opinions on his apology down in the comments. If you've watched this far, then you're part of the top secret watch to the end club. Comment something with the word pickaxe in it so I can tell who's made it this far, but be sneaky about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. God bless you.